Good to see everybody. What do you got?
Steelers and their pass rush. Is it something that really changes from game to game, or do you think that it's one of these deals where Dick LeBeau kind of has a base defense and you kind of know a little bit what they're going to do?
Well, I think they have a base defense, and you have an idea, about that base defense. We play them a lot, so we understand it. But it seems like every time we play them, Coach LeBeau throws a good changeup in there and a good twist to make you think a little bit.
And just to follow up on him, respected as this guy around the league in terms of being an innovator of blitzes and just the defense in general.
Right. Well, Dick LeBeau is, one of the most, if not the most respected defensive innovators right now in football. And, he had a lot to do with the fire zone package, and they still run it, as well as anybody. Just a great coach, good guy. Obviously, his players really respond to him and like him, and a guy that personally I've always had tremendous respect for. He's always been gracious. He's just a really good person, but he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame coach and player, and he's highly respected.
I am being serious in this question, but Hines Ward out of Pittsburgh, he said that he gets the feeling that you don't like him.
That I don't like him?
Yeah, he said that he tried to shake your hand after the game, and that you really didn't give him much eye contact. I'm being serious about this.
After the game?
Yeah, and he
Which
says,
game?
I don't know if he said specifically what game, but there's a story out of Pittsburgh today saying.
The first game, he said was before the game.
Oh,
Okay, before the game. I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember seeing him after the game.
Yeah, but he said he just doesn't get the feeling that you like him very much.
Because
You wouldn't look at him.
I wouldn't look at him when I shook his hand.
He said you gave him a fake handshake.
A fake handshake. Really? Okay.
So I just didn't know is it true? Do you not like Hines Ward?
I didn't know there was a barometer, a pregame handshake. That's good to know. There's a meter, there's a scale.
Yes.
I need some work on that. That'd be good. No, that'd be good. I'll just take it as constructive criticism.
Okay.
It'd be an opportunity to improve my pregame decorum and courteousness with players, and got a lot of respect for Hines Ward, obviously. I'll be looking forward to seeing him before the game now. I'll try to do better, Hines. I'll try to do better.
Is that an awkward thing, going out and trying to beat each other's heads in for 60 minutes and then shaking hands?
Yeah, it probably is a little bit. I think I don't get involved in that too much. I'm on the sideline watching it, but he's a physical player. It's an intense game. After the game, guys are pretty good about shaking hands. Before the game, obviously, we don't do as good a job.
Maybe not as much.
You bring in Jason. How is Laurent McClain doing, and what's your thoughts on just adding Jason to the roster?
Well, I think Jason obviously gives us some more depth at fullback, and we'll see what he can pick up and learn. He's a guy that's got a real good history in the league, knows what he's doing. Laurent is a guy who's going to be day-to-day. We think he has a chance. I don't know what the percentages are. It's a tough ankle sprain, but he's played with those kind of things before, so we'll just have to see.
John, if you were to explain a couple of reasons why Roethlisberger has had so much success against the Ravens, what would it be?
He plays well. He makes a play or two. That's what he's done. He's made a play or two in games.
Is there anything that this defense in particular struggles with against him?
Nothing that anybody else doesn't struggle with against him. He's a good player. Got a pretty good track record.
With their pass protection, he's been sacked a lot lately. Is anything jumping out on the film, or is it just they've had a lot of injuries on the offensive line more than anything?
Yeah, I guess that's probably it. One thing about Ben is he makes plays holding the ball, so you're going to probably have a few more sacks from time to time. I mean, gosh, how many times has he thrown a guy off his back, made a guy miss, and avoided a sack, and made a big play? So I just think it's really more about his style and how he plays, and I think they're okay with that. They just want to try to create a way to get the ball downfield into the hands of their playmakers.
Do you have a favorite moment or memory from this series?
The 2 wins. Yeah, those are great. Those are 2 great. And seeing Hines Ward before games. I was enjoying that.
Nothing specific, though, a moment or anything that just stands out to you like, yeah.
Nah, I don't really have any anecdotes. I don't really have anything in mind right now.
With Rashard Mendenhall, he's had a big season. Have you seen an evolution in him this year? Do you think this is the kind of back he was all along, pretty much?
Yeah, I think Rashard is that's the kind of back he was all along. You saw him in college. He had the potential to be a premier back. He's become a premier back. He got hurt the 1 year, I guess, and that kind of probably held him back. But he's really good. I think he's the key to their running game. They have a very physical offensive line, and then he just picks his way through there and makes plays.
John, are you confident that Zibby can go since you let Hamlin go?
We're confident Zibby can go. Yeah, it's obviously until you see him full speed practice, you're not sure. But he was out there last week, did a good job. Didn't feel like he was quite ready, but would expect him to go.
John,
As
all
far
five.
as regular season meetings with this team goes, you've had a number of them, but is this one a little bigger, Coach? The stakes are higher in trying to secure not only a division, but maybe home field down the line?
Well, it seems like when you're at the game, it's a huge game. So, the last game, obviously, if you look back at it, is a huge game because obviously put us in position to be tied at 8-3 with a win over them. So they're all so critical. I mean, every one of those wins was critical. If we'd have won one of the games we lost, we'd have a game. So, but at this time, against these guys, there's no denying what's at stake. It's an opportunity to put yourself in position for the last 4 games to have the real edge. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it does give you an edge.
Is there any one thing that you're seeing with Roethlisberger this year as opposed to past years? Anything he's doing differently?
No, I see the same guy. I think we see the exact same guy making the exact same plays. Just a really, really good player. He's got his unique style. Miami of Ohio guys, we're proud of that. But he's a tremendous player.
John, since you've been here, all 5 regular season games between these teams have been decided by 4 points or less. Do you get a sense when you play these guys that the game is always going to come down to a final drive or to the very end, and one play might kind of make the difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think someone told me this week that it's 77-76 over the 6 games we've played. So that's about as close as it can get. Yeah, I got some guys taking some notes on that. Check that one out. Don't take my word for it. It should be a tight game, but we're hoping that it's not in our favor, and we're just going to play as well as we can. But it'll be a hard-fought game.